Customer support ticketing is an extremely valuable tool in Business Catalyst that is often overlooked. It allows you to store and manage all customer email conversations. And having your previous email conversations recorded can be extremely useful for you to reference. Or if you have more than one person providing support, this is a perfect way for a group to share previous customer support notes. Okay, the first thing we are going to do is create a new user role and call it support. So if you're in Business Catalyst Admin, go under Site Settings and click User Roles. This will bring you to the User Roles page. Since we want to create a new role, we're going to click New Role, and we're going to title it Support, and click Next. Now we only have one user in this account, but if you had more than one, you could select the ones that you want to have this role and check the right arrow. And let's click Next. And this is where you assign permissions to the role. So if someone doesn't need all access to everything on the site, you may want to limit what they can do. You may not want them to be able to delete web pages, for example. But in this case, it's okay for me to give all the permissions to this user. So I'm going to hit the double arrow, and that will bring all of the permissions over to the right-hand side, which means I have full access to the site. I'm going to click Save. Okay, now that we have a support user role, let's create a customer service account. So again, under Site Settings, go to Customer Service Ticketing. Now click New Customer Service Account. Let's give it a name. We'll call it Online Form Support. We'll put an example email, a password. If you're using a Business Catalyst email, it'll be mail.b.hostedemail.com, and the mail server port number would be 995. If you're using an email that is hosted by another service, you may have to get that information from them. All right, we're going to check SSL, and of course we want it enabled. Now we want to give it a first level support role. We're going to use the role that we just created called support. If we had a second level support, we would choose it here in the escalated support role, but we don't have one, so we're going to leave it as none specified. Send autoresponder we'll keep as one per case. An automatically assigned case, we definitely want to do that. And I like to use least load, which means whichever support role has the least amount of open cases, they will be assigned that case. So I'm going to select least load. I'm going to scroll down to from name, and we'll put support at company.com as an example. And we'll put support in the signature. These, of course, will be changed depending on your company. I'm going to click Save. The next step is to apply this to the web form that we created earlier. So web forms are under Site Manager, and then click Web Forms. We only have one form, so we'll click that. Click Edit Properties. And then under Use Workflow, we're going to select Online Form Support. And that's the customer service ticketing that we just created. Let's click Save. And now when someone fills out this web form, the customer service ticketing system will take over, which is exactly what we want. Once this is up and running, the complete conversation will be stored in Business Catalyst. And if you wanted to take it to the next level, you could create a secure zone where your customers can log in and view their past support tickets, although that is outside of the scope of this tutorial. So now we went from having a web form that simply sent an email to a web form that creates or updates a customer account, creates a new case in the built-in CRM, and creates a support ticket, assigning it to the appropriate support person, and keeps track of the full conversation. We went from an inefficient system for an online business to a professional support ticketing system. But we can get even more value out of that contact form. Have you ever filled out a web form where there was a checkbox that allowed you to sign up for an email newsletter? As you probably know, email marketing is a powerful tool used by many successful online businesses. Building an email list still is one of the most valuable components for an online business. In the next video, we're going to create an email list and allow site visitors to sign up to that list using our web form.